How do we know that it was these three? Because what the evidence is going to show you is that Josiah Hewley was the shooter, that David Booker provided armed support, and that Miles Collins drove them to the QT and away from the QT. The evidence is also going to show that these two members are part of the Nine Trey Bloods, a violent gang that is known for stealing cars, as well as sex, money, murder. How are we going to show that? Because you're going to see the gang evidence that ties these defendants to those violent gangs. You will see the gang evidence of David Booker, where he proudly proclaims Nine Trey Bloods, also known as Billy Badass. You're going to see other social media posts proudly proclaiming Nine Trey gangsters. You'll see the significance of the tattoos, including the ones not hidden behind bow ties, the shirts zipped up. You're going to see it for David Booker. You're going to see Miles Collins.
Billy gang shit. Yeah, real Billy gang shit. But get what? I never get them street laws. Nigga, mind your business, get money, and shut the fuck up, nigga. What you talking about?
You're going to see the gang evidence of Josiah Hewley, the shooter, all over his body, and the hand signs proudly proclaiming on social media his membership in a violent and deadly gang. You're going to see other evidence, too, that among the crimes of Nine Trey Bloods and sexual murder, they steal cars. And you're going to see the defendants, each and every one, has stolen cars before. And on July 10th, 2022, they did it again. But this time, somebody had to die. And that was Bradley Coleman.
Defense attorneys, however, tried to minimize their clients' roles in the murder. Hewley's lawyer argued for a voluntary manslaughter conviction rather than murder, while the attorneys for Booker and Collins attempted to distance them from the shooting itself. But the jury saw through these defenses. On Tuesday, after days of deliberation, they delivered a unanimous verdict. Guilty on all counts. Judge Tamela Adkins wasted no time in handing down the sentences. Each of the three men received life in prison without the possibility of parole, along with additional decades for their other crimes. The courtroom was tense as Bradley's family delivered emotional victim impact statements.
I just want to let y'all know, man, Bradley Coleman, he was somebody, and he still is somebody.
And sir, I'm going to ask you to direct it to me in the courtroom.
Yeah, y'all took my brother, my only brother. And it's only the legacy that my brother left that's stopping me from putting hands and feet on all three of y'all. I swear to God, I hate y'all.
Mr. Coleman.
I need you to address what you'd like to see in sentencing and for everyone. Please do not address it.
Look, lock him up and throw away the key. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Coleman.
His brother, Jeffrey, could barely contain his anger, telling the defendants, "I hate y'all. Lock them up and throw away the key." The courtroom also saw moments of disruption. As Collins was being led away in handcuffs, he turned to the grieving family and mockingly asked, "You happy now?" This sparked an emotional reaction from Bradley's brother, who had to be calmed by others in attendance. Judge Adkins urged the family to honor Bradley's memory by staying strong, reminding them that no courtroom decision could bring him back. In the end, justice was served, but the loss remained unbearable.
3 gang members have been sentenced to life without parole for murdering a teacher and coach who was visiting family from New Orleans. Bradley Coleman was shot and killed during a botched carjacking nearly 3 years ago now in Peachtree Corners. Tonight, Coleman's family is grateful for the guilty verdicts and the punishment.
Russ, the family of Bradley Coleman was jubilant. They say the judge and jury made the right decision.
It's a day that God promised us. He promised us a victory from day one.
Venetia Coleman says the past few years have been tough on her family.
It's been a lot. It's been hard for my husband and I, and along with my son's daughter.
But on Tuesday, relief and rejoicing. A Gwinnett County jury found 3 men guilty of murdering her son, Bradley Coleman.
God allowed the jurors to see what was going on and to come back with a guilty verdict on all 15 felony charges.
The jury convicted David Booker, Josiah Hughley, and Miles Collins of shooting and killing Coleman as he tried to fill his tires with air at a Quick Trip at Peachtree Parkway and Peachtree Corner Circle in July of 2022.
They were not going to get away with it. They messed with the wrong one.
On count 1, felony murder, I am sentencing you to life without the possibility of parole.
Judge Tamala Atkins sentenced all 3 men to life without parole on murder charges.
Your Honor, a parent should never, ever have to bury their child. They're supposed to bury us.
Coleman's mother delivered a tearful impact statement asking the judge for the maximum sentence. Earlier in court, hostility. A defendant blurted, "I hope you're happy," angering the victim's brother. The judge tried to calm things down.
The family of Mr. Coleman, honor Bradley Coleman here.
Again, all 3 men got life without parole. Their lawyers say they will appeal.
Bradley's mother, Venetia, wept as she spoke of her son's legacy, a man who had dedicated his life to uplifting others. Her final request to the judge was simple yet powerful: send them away for the rest of their lives. Bradley Coleman's family, friends,